Are you looking for the best GPU under $1,000? In this video we will look at some of the 4 best GPU under $1,000 on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Gigabyte RTX 4080 Super 16GB WINDFORCE V2. Right at the top of the list is the RTX 4080 Super, benefiting from an upgrade versus 4080 with a boost in specs and a price drop. It does make it a bit more reasonable pick. It does drop down the MSRP to just $999, which is under the $1,000 mark. However, as Nvidia's top end is in demand, it's harder to find them at this price in the market, but there's bound to be some if you want to find the right one. Bringing the latest features for you to enjoy at the top level, and although you might not need it, the inclusion of frame generation and DLSS 3 makes it a top contender. The 4080 Super comes with the AD103-400 processor made with TSMC's 5nm process that came out in January 2024. It has on it 10,240 CUDA cores, 320 TMUs, 112 ROPs, 80 SMs, 320 tensor cores, and 80 RT cores. With a clock rate of 2,295 MHz, and boosting up to 2,550 MHz, although many custom models will come in overclocked. As for the VRAM on the graphics card, you get 16 GB of GDDR6X clocked in at 23 gigabits per second with a 256-bit bus, gives a bandwidth of 736.3 GB per second. The whole package comes with a TDP of 320W as well. During our RTX 4080 Super review, we tested the card thoroughly and found it to not be much of an improvement over the original. It does still bring a better value and choice to the range of ADA cards at least. Even then it still comes in near the top trading blows with the top of AMD's top choice, as well as making the top end very competitive when you want high frame rates even at 4K for your high refresh rate monitors. Number 2. ASUS TUF Radeon RX 7900 XTX OC. The flagship option of the RDNA 3 lineup, AMD's Radeon RX 7900 XTX is the best choice of GPU under $1,000. A nice high-end option. It is a powerful option, alongside the good support of drivers and features. It is a good overall graphics card for PC gaming. In the GPU, what you'll find is the Navi 31 XTX variant. Made with TSMC's 5 and 6 nanometers process, it has 57.7 billion transistors on it. Utilizing the MCM design, it has 2 chips on it working together for its design, so you get a 529mm superscript 2 total die size. Featuring 6,144 shaders, 384 TMUs, 192 ROPs, 96 RT, and tensor cores. It also has 24 GB of GDDR6 memory, with a 384-bit bus clocked at 20 gigabits per second, and it has a bandwidth of 960 gigabytes per second. It is clocked in at 1,855 MHz, with a shader and game clock of 2,269 MHz, and a boost up to 2,499 MHz, with a TDP of 355W. With our hands-on review, we got the performance of the card. There we see the card easily achieve over 100 FPS on the highest settings, with some a bit lower on the demanding options. But the ray tracing performance is also improved over what previous offerings had and is more in line with what even Nvidia's option has to offer. However, where it might fall back is in coding in particular, as that isn't as efficient as Teen Green's. Number 3. ASUS TUF GeForce RTX 4070 TOC. Now trying to save a buck and not wanting to spend your whole $1,000 budget? Then there is still a great gaming GPU for you to opt for. The RTX 4070 Ti Super brings you a great opportunity for great performance at a lower price. Also coming in from the Super refresh, it offers an upgrade over what the original brought to the table. It keeps the MSRP to $799, and with the latest the tech has to offer without falling too far behind in terms of performance and what's on offer. For the specs available in the card, it utilizes the AD103-275 GPU processor featuring 8,448 CUDA cores, 264 TMUs, 96 ROPs, 66 SMs, 264 tensors, and 66 ray tracing cores. Supported by 16 GB of GDDR6X memory alongside the 256-bit bus, so clocked at 21 gigabits per second, it provides a bandwidth of 672 gigabytes per second. The factory clock on the card is a 2.34 GHz base and 2.61 GHz boost clock, and it has a 285 WTBP. We put the card through its paces in our RTX 4070 Super review. It does achieve a 4K performance as well, with a 60 FPS minimum, jumping over 100 in some games. Even though it's lower down than the other options, it does fill the gap for what's available at this level and can pair up with your setup, especially when paired with a high-resolution or fast gaming monitor. Number 4. AMD Radeon RX 7800 XT. The RX 7800 XT is a good option as the best budget pick under $1,000. Offering an excellent balance between affordability and performance, this card provides everything you need for high-end gaming and demanding workloads without stretching your budget too thin. It is part of AMD's RDNA 3 lineup, bringing the latest advancements in graphics technology while keeping costs significantly lower than many other high-performance GPUs on the market. At the heart of the RX 7800 XT is the Navi 32 processor, which is designed with a multi-chip module layout. This setup includes 3,840 stream processors, 240 texture mapping units, 96 render output units, ROPs, 60 compute units, and 60 ray tracing cores. These specs ensure it can handle modern gaming and graphics-intensive tasks with ease, delivering smooth gameplay and fast rendering speeds. The card also comes with 16 GB of GDDR6 memory on a 256-bit bus, offering a bandwidth of 624 GB per second, which is enough to support high-resolution textures and seamless multitasking in games or creative applications. In terms of clock speeds, the RX 7800 XT is pretty quick, as we said in our review. It runs with a base clock of 1295 MHz, a game clock of 2124 MHz, and a boost clock that can reach up to 2430 MHz. This ensures that the card remains responsive, whether you're playing AAA titles at high settings or tackling intensive video editing projects. The card's power efficiency is also worth making a note of, maintaining a TDP of 263W, making it suitable for a wide range of builds without demanding loads of power.